Top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Today, another Friday live stream. I think I'm gonna really keep it short this Friday. I know I say that every Friday, but I just want to talk about something that's been on my mind, right? And it's this fake rap beef that we have going on in hip hop right now. Obviously, we have the Drake and Kendrick thing that is taking the industry by storm. Everyone wants to see what is Kendrick going to say in response to Drake. Will Drake go back to back on Kendrick, et cetera, et cetera? I think that's perfectly fine. I'm a fan of rap beef when it stays on wax. I love the beef series. You know, I love the 50 Cent versus Game. I love the Jay-Z Nas when everything was kept on wax, right? But so I guess that's kind of part one of my statement. I do like the Drake and Kendrick back and forth. I don't think it's staged. I don't think it's fake. I think what happened with J. Cole and how J. Cole kind of released a record and then bowed out kind of shows that there's a little bit of authenticity to it. But man, there's a lot of fake shit going on. So obviously we have the Chris Brown and Quavo back and forth, which I can pull up right here. You got Quavo and Chris Brown going back and forth. They're taking shots at each other. I don't know if this is real. I haven't listened to the records. I don't care about Chris Brown and I don't care about Quavo. I don't listen to either of their music. So it's not something that is really appealing to me. Chris Brown confronts Quavo on live after diss track. So I won't comment on whether I think this is real or not because I haven't heard anything. I don't know what's going on with the situation. I do know that Quavo and Chris Brown fashion show, they were seen pictured sitting next to each other not long ago here. This is like maybe a couple months ago, probably this year. There was real beef. You would think that they would not be sitting next to each other. Quavo has a team with him, I assume. Chris Brown has a team with him, I assume. They could have easily just had someone in their team sit in one of their respective seats. But again, I don't know. This picking apart and saying whether this beef is real or not is not the point of this live stream. But it does seem questionable. Can't pick who you sit by. All that gross shit. Niggas not finna fumble my bag for little niggas. Okay, so this is Chris Brown who has fumbled his bag many times. I mean, we saw what he did to Rihanna. He fought Frank Ocean. He's fumbled his. He doesn't seem to have an issue with fumbling his bag. They could very well be friends behind the scenes. So it just begs the question: why would a rapper stage a fake beef? Why would two rappers stage a fake beef like reality TV show? What's profitable? It's profitable. Shout out to AZ's Fine and shout out to Antoine in the chat. It's profitable to beef. Now, before this live stream started, I was looking for a video that I saw earlier this week where I think it was on a Button pod. I actually don't think it was a Button podcast, but it was kind of set up like the Button podcast. And basically, they had an industry exec explain how record companies and record labels profit off of beef, rap beef. See, I can't find it. Profit, rap beef. Let's see. If I see the thumbnail, I'll be able to for sure tell what it is. But basically, I think we all know this to be true. Rap beef increases social media presence. When you're engaged in a rap beef, you're getting more engagement on social media. You're getting more views. All this, the social media stuff. I know people say, oh, it's just social media. It's just social media. But for musicians, especially nowadays, you need a social media presence to release music. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about like the Taylor Swifts and the Beyoncés and Bad Bunnies of the world. They can drop whenever they want. But for a lot of record labels, they're looking at the artist and they're expecting that artist to break records on social media. They're using that artist's social media data as a gauge on whether or not it'll be profitable for that artist to release a record. So what am I saying here? For example, if you have an album scheduled, let's say for November, election season, by the way, it doesn't even feel like we're in an election cycle right now because, it's like we're not having any debates. Like, it just doesn't feel like an election cycle. But anyways, you have an album set to drop in November. But when you post about your album, you're not getting the amount of engagement on social media. By engagement, I mean views, retweets, likes. You're not getting the amount of engagement that the label would like to see. So the label takes that and they say, okay, or this is just how they think. It's not right, but this is how they think. You are not getting enough traction on social media. Your record is probably not going to hit. So when a rapper is engaged in rap beef, your engagement goes up. You can talk shit about the person. You can put little subliminal messages about the person out there, and people are going to, when I say people, the social media masses at large are going to look at that and be like, they're going to egg it on. They're going to instigate it, and it's going to send your engagement, your reposting, your likes through the roof, which to the record company looks great. It might give you more opportunity. It might give you more opportunity for sponsors. You might get your album. You might be able to release it. If you notice, when a lot of rappers engage in beef, they drop music during. I mean, I'm not just talking about the diss records. I mean, when a rapper is engaged in a beef, and Game from the West Coast, the rapper, he was notorious for this. He'll get in a rap beef and then drop an album like within a year. Like he did this like 3 or 4 times in a row. Because your name is in the zeitgeist. And he did this before social media was even popping like that. Game would do this. Get in a rap beef, drop an album. Then he goes quiet after the album drops. Rap beef album. This is how he did it. So it's profitable. And I wish I could find that video where the record label executive was talking about it. But I think we all know this to be true. It's profitable for labels. It's profitable for artists. And we as fans get caught up in this stuff. Antoine in the chat. Our first Born Gifted. Low-key, Chris Brown has the best diss track out of all disses. I actually haven't heard Chris Brown's diss track. Again, I just don't listen to Chris Brown. I don't listen to Quavo. It's just not music that is... I don't think it's bad music. I think the Migos Culture album was great, and I think Chris Brown has some good albums. It's just not for me. High-key, Chris Brown had the best diss track, and he didn't apologize 2 days later. J. Cole shots. There's not enough chaos yet. That'll help it feel like election season. Yeah, I just need to see some debates. I need to see, like, some presidential debates, bro. Like, what? Like, I need to see some commercials, propositions. Like, I'm not seeing that right now. Facts are trying to be nice, but Chris, cook that boy something serious. All right. So I want to kind of go into one thing I saw this week where DaBaby, and again, I hate calling grown men baby. Like, if you're a rapper, if you're an aspiring rapper, and you're a man, and you're not, like, aiming towards a female audience, stop calling yourself baby as a male rapper who's going to have male fans. You want a bunch of niggas to call you baby? There's a thing about how many rappers you know that has baby in their name. DaBaby, Lil Baby, even Birdman. This nigga's name is Birdman, but his nickname is Baby. Like, what the hell? Surrounded by men all day. There's a bunch of men just calling him baby all day. I don't know what the fuck is up with that. But anyways, DaBaby, and I gotta find what's this nigga's real name, bro. Like, I can't keep calling him DaBaby. Isn't his name like Jonathan or something? Yeah, Jonathan Kirk. So we'll call him Jonathan. So Jonathan reveals a lyricist suggested fans start a fake rap beef together. Fans assume it was Joyner Lucas. And I honestly believe Jonathan here. I believe that someone contacted him to start a fake rap beef. I think it would actually help Jonathan because he actually needs to get his name back stirring because the LGBTQ comments he made flatlined his career, literally flatlined it. And is doubling down on the LG. If you got HIV/AIDS, or what did he say? He said some shit. I'm not even gonna repeat it. But it flatlined his career back in like 2020 or whenever that happened. But I believe this. I believe that someone came to Jonathan and or Jonathan's team and told him, "Hey, let's start a fake rap beef. Let's throw some shots." Fans assume it was Joyner Lucas. I heard some other people say. They said some other name that would have made sense too. It wasn't Logic, but it was one of those type MCs. I believe this. Now, why didn't Jonathan do it? Maybe he's too real for that, or I don't know. Maybe he is lying, but I do agree with this. Jonathan says a rapper contacted him to start a fake rap beef. Let's see what he got to say. Am my volume up? Can y'all hear that? Let me see. My volume must not be up. Can y'all hear that in the chat? Let me know. I can't hear this. But let me see. Some past beats might have been fabricated. Drop a name. There was a name that someone was saying. Joyner Lucas would have made a lot of sense to me. But someone said, oh yeah, Simba. That's who they said. Simba. Because Joyner Lucas came out and said it wasn't me. Of course he's going to say it's not me. Yeah, Born Gifted, no sound. Yeah, I'm going to troubleshoot that right now. Simba said, or Joyner Lucas said, yeah, it wasn't me. But Simba made a lot of sense. Because he's a guy who doesn't really have like a lot. Like kind of like DaBaby, they don't have like a lot of momentum right now. In a rap beef will really help out with their engagement and stuff. Cordae and Jack Harlow. I don't think Jack Harlow needs that. Cordae doesn't seem like the type. He said it was a lyricist though. But I believe this, basically. I do believe this. And so today, what I really wanted to dial into was a hip hop legend who is engaging in his buffoonery, and this buffoonery is the only word I can think of. It's Kanye West, man. It's Kanye West. Obviously, I just reacted to his Like That remix. If you haven't seen that on my channel, we can go to videos. And of course, after the live stream, take a look at that. Clout chasing. Kanye West drops Like That remix. I truly feel it's clout chasing. I truly feel this is some fake rap beef shit that is just plaguing the industry. When you read Kanye verse, when you listen to his verse, just the amount of hard reaches, the hey, look at me. Let me find the right line. The name drop. Sean, like Kanye West dropped this verse not because he had an issue with somebody. Kanye West dropped this verse because he wanted his name to be back. Shout out to The Ground Under, finally caught alive. Yeah, shout out every Friday around 7 p.m. But not next week. I'm on vacation next week, so I won't be live streaming. Kanye West did not write this verse because he had an issue with someone or because he wanted to lyrically challenge someone. He wrote this verse because he wanted his name in the mix. You got to remember, this Drake and Kendrick stuff, even though we've been listening to Drake and Kendrick since like 2009, 2010, it to everyone else, it's a huge moment in hip hop. All the other rappers are looking at this and they're seeing how much traction Drake and Kendrick are getting. They're seeing how Drake and Kendrick are literally taking over social media. Even today, scroll down your timeline, you're still going to find like 2 or 3 people on a quick scrolls still talking about Drake and Kendrick. Either Drake's track, push-ups, or the tailor-made, or what Kendrick might do. And we're like over a month past Like That. And we're weeks past push-ups. And we're, probably about 2 weeks almost past tailor-made. It's weeks. Weeks have passed and people are still talking about it. Which in social media world where things come and go within 2 or 3 days, That's amazing. So other artists and record label companies, they're looking at how this is taking over people's timeline, and they're green with greed and envy, and they want that. Kanye West is one of the people that want that. So first, before we even get into the verse, just look at the name drops. Name drop Sean John Diddy, he's in the news. Name drop Cat Williams, he's in the news. Nicolaus Chop. Lucien, I guess this is the diss or whatever. I can't even think of a Drake line. This is just cap. And again, I always say, like, I'm not a Drake fan like that. I never liked Drake music like that. Drake has really like 2, maybe 3 albums that I like. Out of like, how many albums does he have? Like 11? This is cap though. I can't even think of a Drake line. Drake has wrote for Kanye West. And Kanye West has produced for Drake. So you can think of a Drake line. It's just saying anything. Play J. Cole, get the pussy dry. I mean, this is Kanye West jumping. Like Kanye, you have no issue with J. Cole. Like, you have no issue with this guy. But this is Kanye also dick riding, jumping on the public opinion about J. Cole. Oh, what he did was weak. He apologized to Kendrick. Oh, he needs to get out the game. This is Kanye West like trying to jump on public opinion, public favor to get people to agree with him. And this next one that I want to point out, or was it on this song where he name dropped Kai Cenat? Let me see. So it wasn't on this one, but I was going to say Drake also did this on Push Up. He name drops Kai Cenat, who's the biggest streamer in the world. Well, I won't say biggest, top 5, 10. I think PewDiePie and maybe Asmon Gold, maybe Moist Critical. These are like gamers who stream. I think they might be a little more popular than Kai Cenat. I'm not sure. But when Drake on push-ups, he name dropped Kai Cenat. And he knows in doing this, Kai Cenat's going to react to it on his stream, and Drake is going to have the public opinion on his side because Kai Cenat has millions of people who follow his stream, millions of people. Like, once he reacts to that part of Drake's verse, it's kind of like free marketing. Like, Drake name drops Kai Cenat reacts to it, he goes crazy because he's getting shouted out, and boom. Now, millions more people have heard push-ups. People are turning their public opinion about it. It's just a way to control the narrative without actually paying money to do it. So, I actually thought Kanye mentioned Kai Cenat in the song, but it wasn't in song. But he did call him out. Don't make no jokes. Hey, who is this? Kai Cenat. So yeah, don't make no jokes about my clothes. You ain't saying nothing about what Adidas do. Okay, so we can read this. This is obviously posted on Ye's Instagram on his story. Again, this is clout chasing. You send another man a message. One, I think it's staged. You send another man a message about him making fun of your clothes. This is fake shit. And then you screenshot it and then post it for the world to see. I don't. The only people who are going to fall for this are like Kai Cenat fans who are like 15. Ye has a lot of 15-year-old fans. So I guess you could say the majority of people are going to fall for it. But this is dumb. This is obviously staged. This is clout chasing, and this is fake. Don't make no jokes about my clothes. You ain't saying nothing about what Adidas is doing. When my album came out, you didn't play my verse. You controlled. Is it just me, or does anyone else see this as like very obviously fake? Clout chasing is crazy. The Ground Under says, you think rap/hip hop entertainment is dying? That's a good question. I don't know if it's dying. Last year would suggest, based on the charts, that it's losing popularity, which I think is a good thing because we can get shit like this out the game. And I don't think it'll ever fully die, because rapping is just so easy. People are going to rap even when it's not called a rap anymore. People are going to put words together and over a beat, even if it's just banging on the lunch table. Our people are going to do that. Kanye name dropping like the game his whole career. So yeah, Kanye is like very thirsty to be mentioned. He's seeing what's happening with Drake and Kendrick. He's seeing how much they're taking over social media. Like they're completely dominating the conversation. And he wants in. Why? I don't know. Kanye has had all these past years to continue to go at Drake. He decides to jump in when other people are handling their own business. Kanye West, I'm sure he got invited to join on Future and Metro's We Don't Trust You album. You know, like when everyone formed like the Avengers to go after Drake, I'm sure he was invited to, you know, lay a verse. He decided not to until it was fashionable to do so. I just can't stand shit like this. This is fake rap beef. So then you have Kai Cenat. He responds, and I don't even really want to go too deep into the videos because it's fake. so there's no use in even treating this seriously. Here comes Kai Cenat. So this is from Kai Cenat's point of view. So Kai Cenat will be purple, right? Yeah, this is Ye because he's typing. Well, they're both typing kind of weird, like with, we'll see. Fuck you, nigga. Y'all, you was told to diss my shit. You a pawn. That sounds like Kanye. Keep it family, no cursing. The pants don't fit. Fuck Adidas. Like, is there anybody who thinks this is actually real? Like, if you go to run some fake shit like this, you gotta make it believable. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck Adidas. Your pants don't fit. If you think this is real, put it in the chat. We can have a conversation. Ye calls Kai Cenat an industry plant. And you can kind of tell when it's like a stage beef because the shots are never really super hard or direct. They're kind of like light pot shots. Fake argument. They might even go on stream and argue with each other, live stream. They're posting each other's text messages. This is disgusting. I done got this shit out the mud, the popular streamer said. Who the F is Kai Cenat? Yo, the 22-year-old, after playing a clip, Kai Cent. So Ye mispronounced his name. Again, grade school insults. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Your pants don't fit. I'm going to make fun of your name. Cent. Been doing this since 2018. Facebook me, Bronx Funny Skits. Been doing this. And fuck that, the pants ain't fit. All this. I mean, come on. So I think Kanye doesn't need to do this, right? This is one of our hip hop legends. Kanye's ego always been crazy. Yeah, you can definitely attribute this to ego. I think he's seeing how much people are talking about the Drake and Kanye situation. He feels he needs to jump in. So Kanye is behaving like Glorilla and JT from City Girls right now, who also engaged in some fake rap beef. No records though. Just a heated online exchange. So JT and Glorilla, and before I would not crack either of them. So before y'all even say it in the chat, absolutely fucking not. Neither one of them. And I'm sure they would not with me. Let's keep it that way. They're taking advantage of the fact that their social media numbers are going to rise if they're at someone's neck. So this is not even obviously. The female rap world, like with the fans, is very toxic. Female rap fans, like the stands on Twitter, Instagram, they are always going, they want their person, their rapper that they're fans of, they're like hungry for beef and smoke and just messy shit. Like the fans are hungry for it. So when people actually engage in it, it drives a lot of engagement, likes, reposts, etc. So they're taking advantage of that. So again, it's another fake back and forth. This happened like maybe a little over a week ago. Seeing from the rumor that CMG rapper slapped the city girl. Okay, if somebody got slapped, it actually may not be fake, but there's no video of this. It's a rumor. I pray one day bad bitches will come together. Cardi and Nicki on the track will break some records. Me and JT ain't the best of friends, but we ain't beefing. Right. So if you slap the girl, the CMG rapper, I hate when journalists type like this. Glorilla and JT sort out their alleged beef stemming from a rumor that the CMG rapper slapped the city girl. Why not just say stemming from the rumor that Glorilla slapped JT? Why are we using like these phrases? Anyway, like what if you didn't know Glorilla was signed to CMG? But okay. So anyways, if she actually slapped this chick, she would not be like, yo, we ain't the best of friends, we ain't beefing. So that's how you know that's fake. Especially two hood ghetto chicks like this, like no, if one of them snuck the other, it would not be like, yo, we're not the best of friends, but we're not beefing. They're not mature like that, bro. Like they're trying to have one up on each other. JT hopped on X to respond, and again, here we go with these light pop shots. Shout out Zero in the chat. Ultimate winner of these fake beefs is the blog sites. Well, there's not really any blog sites left. I think the ultimate winner is the artists themselves, because they get their engagement to then go get a sponsorship, or they're going to get more looks than they normally would because their social media engagement is up. And then obviously the record labels, if there are even records that come out of this, like this Glorilla and JT thing, which I think is fake. There's no records coming out of this. The record label doesn't even benefit off this. The beneficiaries are Glorilla and JT, who got their name in Vibe. They got their name in the news cycle again. And maybe it hadn't been in the news cycle. They got their name in the headline. That's the beneficiaries of this. So again, these little weak pot shops. been said she didn't. She the one went radio silent. Played into, released a song about slapping rap bitches, nice female unity. Corny. It ain't no real beef. Corny, radio silent. This is not beef, man. Like these are people who are putting JT's typing this on Twitter and then texting Glorilla. Like, yeah, girl, say this. Oh, that was fun. Like they're colluding behind the scenes. All these rappers assembling together like Voltron while Drake is transforming is only making Drake look stronger. Well, true. Antoine, true. But also remember, Drake is also assembling like Voltron too. Drake and his team of writers have already assembled like Voltron. Journalists been writing that way for the longest. Yes, they have. I remember reading lines in 99, like the Illmatic one set to drop a new album. The You Owe Me rapper. Yes, I hate when they do that. The You Owe Me rapper. The Good Kid, Mad City artist. The Compton native. Just say his name, bro. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Both them birds is no substance. Trash. And dying out fast. I agree. So these two are colluding behind the scenes. No one really wins in this situation. I guess to AZ's finest point, Vibe isn't a blog, but I get what you're saying. Vibe wins here because the female rap fans who are looking for mess, they come and click this link. Vibe gets more clicks. They get more views on this page. They get to sell more ads. You don't see any ads on this page because I run an ad block like you should. But normally there will be ads popping up everywhere. Vibe serves ads. They get paid when people click on those ads. So Vibe wins, but really it's Glorilla and JT. They're the winners here. Why? Because their name is in headlines. And it probably hadn't been in headlines for months. Now, let's say Glorilla is on the shelf or JT is on the shelf because none of these girls sell records like that. If I had to guess, both of their respective labels are in the net negative. Like investing in them, they're in a negative, especially for a female rapper. Constant hair, which they're changing constantly. They're changing their hair constantly, and their hair is like hundreds to thousands of dollars. Constant outfits, constant makeup. Like those are three things that are thousands and thousands of dollars every month that the average male rapper does not need to do. Average male rapper, he might get $100 haircut, $200. It's not going to cost as much as whatever the fuck this is, probably a wig or something, lace front. I don't know. It's not. I know it's not going to cost as much. Outfits, a lot of male rappers is wearing designer and stuff, but usually you don't see that. Like a lot of the times with male rappers, they'll have on like a white tee, a plain colored t-shirt, maybe some Amiri jeans and some Jordans, as opposed to trying to dress like they're going to Vogue. And then makeup, obviously, male rappers aren't really wearing makeup like that. Like a Lil Uzi Vert and like Playboy Cardi, yes, I guess they wear makeup, but the average male rapper isn't. So labels are already down so much with these rappers, right? That they might not even be able to drop music. Again, like that's why a lot of the times why artists, musicians, rappers, they get put on a shelf. They don't get to drop music because it's not profitable to do so. So you might have Glorilla. When was Glorilla's last album? You might have Glorilla. Oh, let's go to Glorilla discography. This is a search I've never did, right? I've never looked this up. Her last release, okay, it was this month. And before that was November. Right. And then she had a compilation album with CMG, the label. You might have Glorilla, who she might want to drop music, but the label says it's not time. We don't want to invest in studio time for you and then invest in the video and then invest in XYZ shows. We're not going to make all these investments when we don't see a way to become profitable. So one way that Glorilla can show, hey, I think I can be profitable so that you can let me release music is by having her name in headlines. And the same for JT. It's the same shit. Like when was City Girls? I think City Girls just dropped an album. October 23, yeah. But you look, about 3 years between each album. 2, 3. So you might have JT in a situation where, let me see how much this is selling. Can I see like there we go. I can't see the certification. I want to see what the album did sales-wise. It's not mentioned. I think this album actually did really bad. I think I remember academics talking about it. Sales first week. 10,000 copies sold the first week, which is terrible, horrible, garbage. 10,000 copies? This is like an independent rap artist. Facts. 10,000 copies? For an independent artist, that would be great. You sell 10,000 copies for $10 each, you just made 6 figures as an independent artist. You do that twice a year, you're well into the 6 figures, even after you pay for expenses. But for a mainstream rapper like JT, who's constantly dressed to the nines, who constantly needs constant expensive-ass upkeep, makeup, wigs, and all this shit, who constantly needs great videos, and in their videos, they need the latest fashion, they need the latest everything in their videos. If you were investing in her, you would be way into the red. So her label might be like, hey, we can't release any more music for you. And again, just same for Glorilla. One way for her to show her label, hey, I think I can sell some records, therefore you should let me release music so I don't fade into obscurity, is by keeping her name in the headlines. So, facts. To maintain a female artist costs way more than a male artist.
Facts.
Yeah, way more. And then the female artist is also typically going to need more security. But I would think, I think a male artist would outweigh that by how many of their friends they fly around. But a female artist is also going to need like her team too. She's going to need her makeup artist. She's going to need her hairstylist. And all these people, all like these are job titles. So she's not only paying for their trips, lodging and everything, she is paying their wage too. Their per hour wage when they perform a service, meals, more security, more upkeep, more expensive videos, more expensive clothing, I would assume. I don't think anyone would debate that women spend more on clothing than men, even though women's clothes cost less. You can find a good pair of women's jeans for like $40. A pair of Levi's nowadays for men is like almost $70 if you don't find it on sale. So it's way more expensive, and female rappers sell less. 10,000 copies. What did Glorilla sell first week? Glorilla. 12-song mixtape. Okay, this is good. 33K. I say it's good. It's better. But this is not enough. This is not enough considering what goes into it. The studio time, the features, the producers. Both labels are deep in the red on both of these artists. Only female rapper really moving units is Nicki Minaj right now. And it's been that way. And Doja Cat. 23K the first week. This is not good. And this Lotto album, this is an album with a huge hit record. Big Dick Energy and all that. Pause. I don't have a pause sound. I need a pause soundboard with the Mariah Carey sample. To have a huge hit record like that, that's constantly on the radio, and to only sell 23K. That's why I say this is kind of a side note. All this female rap stuff is going to come to a screeching halt pretty soon, unless somebody starts selling some records. Only female rappers selling records, Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat. And when Cardi B wants to drop, she'll sell records too. The Ground Under says they high maintenance, right? They're high maintenance.
Facts.
And the female rap fan base, they demand that their artists be high maintenance. Like Chief Keef can come out and do a video in his hood with his homies in his house, in his grandma's house, like he had been doing for 10 years. That costs $0, and his fans are gonna love it. Female rap fans do not accept that. And then, especially during a stage show, Chief Keef can just invite all his niggas on stage and just rap with all his niggas. I see Chief Keef last show, Chicago. Chief Keef and like the average rapper, they can just go on stage like there and invite all their guys on stage, and it's no big deal. Female rap fans will not accept that. They want the girl to be dressed to the nines on stage. Her wig and weave better look good. I mean, look what the girls did to Gabby Douglas when she was in the Olympics, and they talked about her hair. Like, why is her hair not done and all this? Remember the Gabby Douglas, the gymnast, the hair controversy? They made such a big deal out of her hair here. And there's nothing even wrong with her hair. And she's an athlete. So they're definitely not going to accept an entertainer coming on stage anything less than the flies they can possibly be. And female rap fans, they don't just want a stage show. They want choreography. They want dancers, fully choreographed. Like, it's way, like, you would have to sell like 100,000 the first week to even make up for that cost, and you would still be behind. It still wouldn't be enough. Jay said, I've never heard a Glorilla song. Is she good? I mean, she's different. She has a different voice. I don't hate her music. Again, I don't listen to this shit. I don't listen to this. She's different, at least. She has a different, I wouldn't say different. Her songs are about all the same shit as everybody else, but she has a different sounding voice. Shout out to Jen in the chat. The Glorilla impression. Yeah, that was my hood baby impression. She dropped an album, didn't even hear about it. I'm not being messy. I really didn't hear about it. Yeah, man. So, I mean, isn't that a part of the issue? Let me see. Glorilla. I had just looked up Gorillas. Here we go. I just want to see what that album did. Oh, it was a mixtape. Everything. It was on streaming, so I assume we still have first week sales. Yeah, J. Cole moved 119K. Glorilla, everything, 33K. Doja Cat, wow. Doja Cat's still in the charts. Doja Cat album came out like 8 months ago. It sold 28,000. Doja Cat's album, almost 1 year later, is outselling Lotto. Is outselling City Girls. And it's in their first week. And this album has been out. So yeah, man, that in short is why there's so much fake rap beef. This fake Glorilla and JT shit. The Chris Brown and Quavo stuff, which seems kind of serious, but I haven't looked into it, but it could be fake. I mean, these guys were sitting next to each other, you know, at a fashion show. And nothing happened. A couple months ago, and nothing happened. the baby Jonathan. You niggas named DaBaby. You rap niggas. I'm not calling you baby no more, bro. Pick a different name, bro. Pause. Jonathan. He says someone tried to start a fake rap beef with him, and then probably the worst of them all, the Kanye West, Cenat stuff. This is one of our rap legends, Kanye West. Thirsty, parched, trying to get his name in the conversation so he can get some engagement, so he can sell whatever product he's trying to sell us. It's a sad state of affairs. I'm gonna hit the chat. I said I was gonna be short tonight, and I mean it. I'm gonna hit the chat, then we're gonna be out. Glow know how to make bangers. Depends how you define bangers, because none of her. By bangers, you don't mean hits, because she doesn't make hits like that. She has F and F, which is her breakout song, but she has Tomorrow too. But Cardi B, that was a good one too. So yeah, I'll give you that. I'll back off that point. They're definitely not recouping their budget at all. Female rappers, all that shit's gonna come to a screeching halt, bro. They're all gonna get shelved. Very few of them are profitable. The only female rapper that's not Nicki Minaj that's profitable is Doja Cat, and the other one is Cardi B. And Cardi B does not release music anymore. She hasn't dropped in like 5-6 years. It's been almost just as long as Kendrick. Kendrick took from 2017 to 2022 to drop a new album. Cardi B has not dropped one since 2018. It's currently 2023. Anything involved with Kai is fake. Yeah, a lot of record labels pay Kai to either react to music or have an artist on, or even an influencer who's signed to that company. Kai Cenat gets paid to do that. Shit's not organic, bro. And I'm not mad at Kai for that. He's getting his money. I'm saying for the artist, this is sad, bro. Like, just release music, man. Antoine said, you believe those numbers? I know they're not all the way fake, but they're definitely juicing the artists they want highlighted. As you mentioned earlier, Jonathan, there you go, fell off over his comments. By numbers, do you mean these sales numbers? You're saying, do I believe them? I believe that these are real numbers, yes. But I also believe that a lot of these are fake streams. Sales equals streams in some regard. So think about this. So even though Glorilla and JT, they're only selling $10,000, $20,000. They're deep in the hole because they spend too much money. They have way too many expenses. They come out, they only sell 11,000. And out of that 11,000, how much of that is fake streams? Let's say I have 11,000. Let's say I have 11,000 sales. One sale equals about 1,500 streams. Let's say about 3,000 of those are fake sales out of the 11,000. Like, damn, bro. Like, nobody is listening to this shit. Facts. You can have 1 million followers on social media. You can be memes, City Girl Summer. You can have all of this, likes on Instagram. Nobody's listening to the music, though. The numbers reflect that. High maintenance, low return, shit crazy. Yeah, and I think for a lot of labels, having their female rapper, I think it's more of a, I think a lot of them know, because businesses for sure know what's profitable and what's not. Once one business does something that's profitable and new, everyone tries to copy it. So I think I know the businesses know that the female rappers are not profitable by and large. They have to report back to the investors. Someone's AZ's Finest, your message got retracted. That wasn't me. I think if you swear or say so, or if you say certain words, YouTube chat automatically retracts your statements. That's not me doing that. But the businesses have to go back, their labels, they have to report to their investors. They know their financial statements to a T. They know this shit is not profitable. I think a lot of record labels, they get a female rapper and they pour all this money into them. I think it's kind of like a marketing thing. It's kind of like a trendy thing. They get more potential artists to sign with them. It's kind of like, I think it's a marketing thing, honestly. Because even though Glorilla and JT are not profitable in music whatsoever, a lot of these record labels are also owned by parent companies that own liquor companies, that own car companies, that own designer houses. So even though JT and Glorilla and Lotto and all the other female rappers are terrible investments because they don't sell records like that, these companies make up the cost because they can throw a designer brand on these women, put them in the video. They can throw their cars, their liquor on these women, put it in the videos, put it all over their social media, and they're going to recoup that cost, the cost of having these girls make music, a lot of terrible music at that. But I'm talking shit right now. They're going to recoup that cost. They're going to take it like, okay, even though these girls, we lose money on their music, they're basically marketing tools for us, for our clothes, for our weave products, for whatever makeup brand that they put on them that we can then sell to everyone else. I think that's what it is. I think record labels just look at female rappers who are by and large not profitable, even the popular ones. I think they just look at them as marketing pieces. Like Lotto in her Big Dick Energy song, she says she name drops Dolce and Gabbana. She's always name dropping Dolce and Gabbana. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Yeah, sales, where we at? Tierra Whack versus Eminem is what we need, the best of the best. Did Eminem disrespect gotta stop? I understand. I may even react. Eminem's dropping a new album, actually, soon. I may even react to the new Eminem album. And we can get some laughs in at some terrible bars. But the Eminem disrespect, stop it. Yeah, sales number in streaming. Look into streaming farms and how radio play rigs the industry. No, that's facts. That's facts, Antoine. Sweetie had millions of followers and streamed 2,000 the first week. She's eye candy. No one checks for her music. Damn, 2,000? She did 2,000 the first week, and she had streaming farms. So really, she probably did about 800 the first week. And this is a rapper who's had a hit record, Sweetie. My type, nigga, that's my type. But again, the labels are looking at Sweetie as marketing. Yeah, her music does not sell. We lose a lot of money on her, but we can put our other brands on her, and she can sell that image to her audience of women. That's the fact of the matter. At least was self-aware and stopped dropping. She basically said, nobody checking for my music. I don't think it's an artist's. You're right. I did see that on Academic Stream where she talked about that, but I don't think it's artist's decision to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna just stop dropping music. When they have to drop music and they're contractually obligated, they have to. It doesn't matter if they're trying to be self-aware. When they contractually have to drop music, they have to put something out. They have to go in there and go to work, clock in. And when they do have music, but it's not time, the label's going to stop them. It's all up to the label. I don't think it's on the artist, unless you're an independent artist, to just be like, yeah, I'm going to just stop dropping music. The only way you can do that is if you retire. If labels have a few artists that make a lot of money that can pay for the artists who aren't profitable to make their roster look good. Yeah, usually like TDE. Like TDE. Kendrick bankrolled everybody. Kendrick's profits were used to make Ab-Soul's albums, Schoolboy Q's, like J-Rock's. Like Kendrick alone bankrolled like 5 niggas. Isaiah Rashad. Kendrick alone bankrolled like 5 niggas. Glorified mannequins. Facts. Russ video where he talked about how labels fake stream on Schultz's podcast was very informative. Yeah, I like anytime Russ speaks about the industry, he has such great insight, and he's very direct and easy to understand. He breaks it down easily. These motherfuckers are selling 2,000 records first week, 11,000 records first week, despite being all over the place, everywhere, super popular. You know, I was buying some True Religion. I'm seeing Moneybag You. I'm seeing Lotto. They're everywhere, but they're only selling 11,000 records. And they got streaming farms helping them. They're selling 11,000 with fake streams. It's crazy. I think Chris really fucked up about Carucci still, but who knows? Shit could all be fake. Yeah, I actually haven't looked too hard into the Chris Brown Quavo beef and if it's real or not. I just don't listen to their music. Yeah, I have no desire to hear Quavo rap about anything. Like, he's almost invisible to me in the rap world. I don't check for him. I've never checked for him. If I see him featured on a song, I don't get excited. Like, he's about as invisible to me as I am to him musically. I only ever listened to Quavo because he was on Migos albums in the early mixtapes. Hannah Montana. With no physical copies sold, there are no sales. Just imaginary numbers, the labels tell us. I agree with that. Born Gifted. And especially nowadays, just because someone streamed your music doesn't mean they liked it or fucked with it. With an album, if you bought that album, you could return it. And that sale goes back. Your one sale, if you bought the album, it was trash, you returned it, that gets reported. A lot of times people just stream to just see what's going on or to be a part of a conversation. A stream doesn't equal support like an album purchase equals support. If someone purchased your album, they're probably a fan. Or there was something about you that made them want to support you. Either they heard a song they liked, they saw a track list and saw something they liked, they went out to support you, they bought the album, they kept the album. It's not exactly the same with a stream. Or even a view on YouTube. I think album sales aren't a big deal anymore if you're signed to a label. They make money other ways. Streaming devalues music too much. I think album sales are still a big deal to labels. I do think labels make money other ways. I mean, just look at the 360 deals. They're eating off your sponsorships, your promotions. They're eating off your tour. Streaming though, they'd have like this yearly music report. I'm not going to go too deep into it today. Yeah, here it is. But every year, this IFPI Global Music Report gets released, and it basically goes over the previous year in music and what's selling, who sold the most, what, to your look, total 7 billion invested, CD sales versus vinyl sales, cassette sales. As far as I can remember, or at least up until 2018, 2019, 2020, sales are up, even with streaming. Music is more profitable than it's ever been, even with streaming. The issue is artists don't see a lot of the money off streaming. Labels see money off streaming. If artists got more money per stream, they would feel different about streaming, but they don't. So that's why you hear when artists talk about streaming and talk about how it doesn't really matter and how it's a scam. Yeah, it's because they're not getting the bulk of their money from streams because that money's going elsewhere. The music industry is more which is weird because you think, okay, if I have one artist who can sell 500,000 or 1 million and go platinum albums at $20 an album versus a streaming service where you pay $9 a month, you would think like the album sales, the pure album sales would result in more profitability in the music industry. You think out of all genres of music, you might have 10, 20 artists go platinum in a given year. Platinum, 1 million sales times 20, times 10, 20 artists. You would think that structure is more profitable, but no. As streaming became more ubiquitous and became the popular dominant platform, the profits in the record industry skyrocketed. So album sales, I think, are still a big deal based on that information. TDE was exactly what I was thinking. TDE was done dirty by that release schedule. You let Schoolboy Q tell it. Oh, man, Schoolboy Q. We're not going to get... I said I was going to make it a short stream. Schoolboy Q basically said, the reason why us on TDE, we never dropped albums over 5 years is because we got mental illness. He went on to call from TDE, he went on to call Top his dad. Like I've been telling y'all. You call another man daddy, that's crazy, number one. There's a fear element with Top where no one wants to say what it is, right? I've been said this. You call a man dad, he said Top is basically like my dad. It's a grown man who has actual children. I'm going to leave that there. There's a fear element with TDE. Them niggas was not drop. The reason when they wasn't dropping music is not because they have mental illness and because they didn't want to. Maybe that's why Schoolboy Q didn't drop. But according to SZA, reason, Absol at times, when he didn't delete tweets, it was TDE just wasn't dropping this shit. There's a fear element with Top. Drake knows it. That's why on push-ups, Drake was antagonizing Kendrick. Like, yo, Top said this, Top. Like, he kept mentioning Top because he knows them niggas is scared. Them niggas at TDE are scared of Top Dog. Facts.
Facts.
That's just facts. That's why Drake is antagonizing Kendrick with it, because he knows Kendrick ain't gonna say shit. Like, you scared of this man. And if you do say something, like, you might get slapped up by him. Chart placement seems to be more important than the overall number. 20 million streams equals how many sales? Yeah, great question. And yeah, chart placement is important, seems to be more important than the overall number. I think chart placement is important to a lot of artists because, like, debuting number one, it's kind of like in the NBA, how you have incentives in your contract. Like, if you make the All-Star game, you get an extra $50,000. If you play 70 out of 81 games, you get an extra $50,000. I read somewhere, or I heard somewhere, that debuting number one, like, there are bonuses. I don't know if it's monetary bonuses, but there is an advantage for artists who debut number one in the charts. That's why a lot of artists, even like a Beyonce and a Taylor Swift, where they're both going to sell a bunch of records regardless, this is why, like, top artists like that typically don't drop records in the same week, because they want to each debut number one on a chart. So chart placement is very important. Don't artists get most of their money from concerts and tours? Yeah, you would think so, but with a 360 deal, the label's getting some of that too. Label has their hand in every pot. But yeah, typically artists will get most of their money from shows. That is correct. But a lot of these artists are in 360 deals, so that's not even true. A lot of artists are just in debt. A lot of artists, musicians, rappers especially, they're no better off than me and you. Less so, because they're in hundreds of $1,000s worth of debt and a contract that they cannot get out of unless they bankroll 5, 10, 15 million to purchase their way out their deal. They just look the part because, again, they're marketing tools. So here's this car from, you know, my record label. We're owned by a company who owns cars and clothes. So here's this car, here's this clothes. We got a private jet you can use, which we're going to put on your ledger. You have to pay for that. In album sales, which you're not going to do, which is going to keep you in a perpetual circle of debt. They look the part. But a lot of artists are no better off than you and me. I would even say worse so. But they look the part. They have the home. They have the clothes, the cars. But really, these guys are in immense debt, and they're in contracts that they can't get out of. Labels lock these artists into 360 deals. Facts.
Facts.
Make money off of them using their influence to sell products and shows.
Facts.
Fact. Oh, shout out to Antoine in the chat. Big dog, $4.99. If I had to purchase music to listen to it, these artists would be non-existent to me. I'll check some of it out from time to time because it's free. Not facts. Facts. If streaming didn't exist, well, I still listen to music. Again, my era is the blog era. So we just listen to music just because. It was on Two Dope Boys. The album cover looks interesting. I'm going to take a listen. But even still, that was still free music. I see what you're saying, Antoine. If we actually had to, if it was the 90s and we had to buy, you know, this album from Circuit City or Best Buy, or I had to pay the hood dude for the mixtape, $5, I would not hear a lot of this music, man. I would need to hear something that intrigues me first, then I'll go out and buy your music. Cam, that boy, Survive and Top coming soon? I don't think so. I think they're scared of him. I think SZA, I think if any other TDE artists come out against Top, it's going to be SZA. Because she's like the only person with balls who has spoken out against it. But even then, she speaks out, but then she deletes her tweet and come back and apologizes. It's like someone from TDE has her phone and is typing an apology. It's happened in the past. Go watch this video I did. Because I document this shit before all the deleted tweets. It's TDE being mismanaged. Drive and give me 50 facts.
Facts.
I only buy music so I avoid listening to lower quality. If you get Tidal Hi-Fi has really good high quality, like wave file quality music. But I feel you. Nothing beats CD quality, you know, physical quality. It just sounds better. Like I listened to one of my favorite albums of all time, as we wrap this up, is I Want You by Marvin Gaye. It's one of my favorite albums ever. Top 5 for sure. I've really only listened to his music on CD, but then there was a time where I lost or broke the CD or something. I rebought it since then, and I bought the vinyl. But there was a time where I lost a CD, so in order to listen to the album, I went on streaming, and it just sounds totally different. It just sounds totally different. But anyways, that was Friday live stream. I think I did pretty good. I said it was gonna be short. I think I done pretty good today. I made it to these last chats. Born Gifted in the 90s, people used to camp out in lines for music like they used to do Jordans. That's facts.
Facts.
It's not happening nowadays. I think it'll come back to that. But someone's going to start having to do things differently. We can't just keep getting all the male artists making hood boy music and all the female rappers getting fuck niggas, escort music. You know what I mean? Punch TDE is actually a really dope rapper. Punch TDE kind of. If you just want to know my thoughts on Punch and all the TDE stuff, again, there's 2 videos you need to watch, which you can go watch them now because we're closing out. Sad downfall of TDE. And it's TDE being mismanaged. These 2, boom and boom. So go on my channel, search TDE, and you're going to get the full breadth of what I think. You're going to see documented history on why I feel this way about this label, a label I once loved. So, anyways, that's it. That's Friday live stream. Again, no live stream next week because I'll be on vacation, out in the wilderness. I pray animals are nice and aren't hungry because we're going to be way out in the wilderness. So hopefully they're well fed and not worried about me and what I'm smelling like or what I'm eating on, because I definitely don't want to see any animals such as bears. Got to start trimming the fat and weed out all the BS facts. So anyways, yeah, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I always say that, but if you're watching a live stream, I'm pretty sure you're already subscribed. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.